And the race for the White House is in a dead heat. Both Harris and Trump virtually tied in a handful of polls in battleground states, with Election Day, again, 8 days away. So what is the strategy we will see each candidate grind out in these final days? And what about those early voting numbers and how encouraging they are for Donald Trump? Let's bring in our experts to discuss. Founder and senior partner John Zogby Strategies and author of Beyond the Horse Race, How to Read Polls and Why We Should, John Zogby. Also pollster at McLaughlin and Associates, Trump pollster John McLaughlin. Welcome in, gentlemen.
Thank you, Bianca.
All right, early voting. As of today, more than 44 million mail-in and early in-person votes have been cast nationally. Elon Musk posted on X where he says a clean sweep is possible if we fight hard. Now, they're going to be posting daily stats of 2024 swing state votes compared to 2020, and that really is the key. They're way ahead. Early voting is now something we're seeing kind of a Republican trend. John, I'll start with you, McLaughlin, because we have two Johns here. Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, at least 1.2 million early ballots. California, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Texas received at least 2 million early votes. What do you say about that?
Well, there's record balloting going on right now, and Republicans are heeding President Trump's message to go vote early. And Georgia, you've got almost 60% of the vote that was cast in 2020 has already been cast there. And in states where you have party registration, Republicans are ahead in Arizona and Nevada and North Carolina. In North Carolina, it's a slim lead, but it's been the first time in history Republicans have ever led in early in-person voting. And you're seeing in other states, like over the weekend in New Jersey on the first day, the number of registered Republicans almost equaled the number of Democrats. And they're not used to that. Jersey could be in play. And
right.
So the Harris Democrats are panicking because President Trump held the mother of all Trump rallies yesterday in Madison Square Garden.
They really did.
And you had people like Tulsi Gabbard, who was a Democrat until last week, and RFK Jr. RFK Jr. spoke at a Trump rally at Madison Square Garden where his uncle and his father had once spoken.
Let me just pull in some of these new polling numbers. So there's early voting. You look at Siena, New York Times, SSRS, CNN, Wall Street Journal, CNBC. Here's the 2024 presidential race. It's close. I mean, John Zogby, neck and neck. What are you reading from these numbers? Because there is obviously a lot of folks who have already made up their minds, and it's all going to come down to like this sliver in these states where apparently they're still neck and neck.
Hundreds of millions of dollars spent to convince a sliver of people, first of all, to come out to vote. And if not, at least to come out to vote for my guy, at least the other person is worse. And so to try then to dampen turnout. But neck and neck doesn't really even capture it all. This is a tie. There's no other way to interpret those numbers. Even a 2-point lead is not only well within the margin of error, it's just not a lead at all. And so the early voting, Republicans have heeded the message from Donald Trump, but I think it means that early voting has become part of our political culture already. People want to vote, they want to get it out of the way, and there is an enormous level of enthusiasm, both sides. So that's another indication that we're at parity here.
Well, and it's not just the White House, it's also control of the Senate, which Republicans prospects are looking, very, very good. 538 giving the GOP an 88% chance of winning the majority in the Senate, which would be huge, and obviously huge because Kamala's already talking about getting rid of the filibuster. John McLaughlin, I'll give you each 30 seconds. You'll start, and then John Zogby.
Well, a lot of those Senate races depend upon Donald Trump winning. And it's, as John Zogby said, it's close. And it's a neck and neck race, which is going to increase turnout even further. And if Donald Trump wins, he could win like Ronald Reagan won in 1980, where he brought in a majority in the Senate for the first time in decades for the Republicans. So Donald Trump could actually have the coattails that the Republicans need.
John Zogby, final 30 seconds to you. And do you think Donald Trump has a chance to take New Jersey? That's what McLaughlin seems to think some of the polling is showing.
Oh, I like John McLaughlin, but I got to disagree with him on that. New Jersey, take out your navy blue crayon there, okay? That's pretty safe.